Hi, I'm making a game. I don't have a title for it yet, but it's going to be an open world survival game with base building and crafting and all that good stuff. It's, as you can probably tell, it's going to be heavily inspired by the forest. At least its building system is going to be inspired by the forest. Yeah, you cut down trees, you gather the logs, you can then split them in half blocks or smaller blocks. You know how it works. But I'm also planning on implementing some larger modular pieces into the building system as well. So far, yeah, as you can see, I created some foliage, some grass, flowers, rocks, trees, and yeah, I used a proton scatter to plant them, to place them on the terrain, and for the terrain I used Terrain 3D by Tokisan Games. But other than that, everything you see in the game I made myself, and I probably will continue to do so to make the assets myself, because it's what I enjoy about creating games. And yeah, so I don't think there's anything wrong with buying assets and implementing those. After all, they are made just for that purpose. But yeah, I just feel like I want it to be my own work and not somebody else's that I paid for. But with that being said, I guess I will make an exception when it comes to sound design and the soundtrack. I'm not a very musically talented person, so I think I will make an exception when it comes to sound and music. But other than that, I'm planning to create everything else myself using Blender and some other softwares. Mainly Blender though. So yeah, as you can see, the building system works by using snap points, which work by if you have like a building block, it spawns an placement indicator, and depending on where you place your mouse, the placement indicator then shows you where you're going to place the item, the building block, and if you then so choose to do so, you can then place that building block. I will probably show an example on screen right now how these work. It's not perfect yet, but it's getting there. Yeah. So, who am I? I have some Blender experience. I'm a 3D artist with some Blender experience, pardon me. English is not my first language, so it's a little bit hard to talk freely. Also, I'm a bit nervous about going public. About publicly announcing what I made and showing it off and all that. So pardon me if it's a bit all over the place. So with the help of PinePoint CGI on YouTube, I made this inventory system. It lets you, so far it lets you pick up items off the ground. And yeah, by pressing Q and E you can switch between the different inventory rows. yeah, I also made these chickens, as you can see, which currently can run around and chirp. So one more thing I wanted to show off is one of the NPCs I've made so far. He's going to be a fisherman. You will meet him somewhere on this island. Not in this exact location, but yeah. There's going to be a story plot revolving around his mental health and also the figurehead in the background on his shelter right here. But other than that, I don't want to spoil too much about the story yet. Yeah, thank you. Oh, and also sorry if I sound a bit strange. The reason why is a combination between me wanting to sound like I had more than just 2 brain cells, and also those 2 brain cells working hard at translating everything into English. Yeah, so if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them in the comments. And yeah, hope to see you soon. Goodbye.